I don't know. I don't know if this is enough. I just read that this individual was terminated from his employment. Sure. I read that they are a small, environmentally owned or environmentally friendly, locally owned business and that they have zero tolerance. Okay. Now, I want to see what policies you're going to change as a business. I want to see an evaluation of your current employment. I want to see that all future employees go through a thorough background check. If you guys are just going to say, oh, well, we terminated him, okay, well, that's not enough. That's not enough. While wearing your company's gear, this man was terrorizing a community, and you want to just say, oh, well, we thank you for bringing it to our attention. We terminated him. We no. There's too much I and self-preservation there, and not enough formality of the seriousness of this. There's no formal apology to the family. There's no engagement in the community of how they were going to prevent this from ever occurring again. There was no reflection of this employee's actions and how demeaning it was towards the business itself and how demeaning it was towards the community. There was no action, in my opinion. You guys just terminated, which, thank you for terminating him. But at the end of the day, if you're just going to say, okay, well, our hands are washed, it's not. You still got all that mud on your hands and you need to wash that shit. So where is your public declaration and apologies to these families? Where is your declaration and apologies to the community? That an employee of your business, sure, he's terminated, but it was still your business. Where is the open proclamation where you're stating you will do everything in your power to ensure it'll never happen again? So just simply saying, thank you for bringing it to our attention, we terminated the employee, that's not enough in my opinion. And now, bringing it back to the rabbit, sir, in my opinion, you're not done. You're not done at all. You committed a hate crime. And actually, I looked at the laws in your state, and the actions in which you committed actually is a misdemeanor in your state. And so, quite frankly, you turning around and saying, oh, well, I scrubbed myself from the internet. You have not formally apologized to the family, which I doubt you will. You're a fucking racist. Racist people don't like to apologize until everything's on the line. Your family's network, friends, etc. are all on the table. I'm sitting here going through. I see you deleted your personal profiles. That's fine. I was already there. So if you're going to sit here and delete all these things, the Internet Archive keeps everything. Nothing you can delete. I can see everything you've shared for the last 3 years. And quite frankly, I'm disappointed in the company saying, oh, well, we terminated him, when if you look, I guess you can't now, but if you go back to the Internet Archives on this gentleman and just see some of the things he's tweeted about, he's Facebooked about, that he's TikToked about, this man has shown these signs in the past. Why haven't you terminated him in the past? When in his personal life clearly shows ideology of racism, and your company stood idle. It took him acting on this racism in public for your company to say, oh, well, we terminated him. We wash our hands of it. We don't accept this in our... Sure you don't. Sure you don't. Because now I'm looking into the company's profiles, some of its reviews. I'm looking into further evaluation. I've done... Fuck you, Internet, for giving me rabbit holes to dig down, because the truth of the matter is, I don't think you're sorry. And if you're truly sorry, where is your public declarations? Because I scrolled your page, all I see is that you terminated the employee. And in the comments, I've noticed that you're deleting any comments that are against your local business. Because people are saying, even though you deleted the employee from your company, the reflection of what this individual did will be permanently stained inside of that local community. I'm not even from there. But truthfully, I was just scrolling on the For You page, and I was like, no freaking way. And sure, I may be a day late and a dollar short, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think this individual should be widely known across the board for all future employment, for even secondary employment. If he starts to own a business, I think his alignment in white supremacy is alarming. I think it should alarm the community that this individual was willing to pull over to the side of the road to confront an individual and wrongfully identify that individual. Like, how dare you? Shame on you. Shame on all of you. And so Mr. Cakes here telling it like it is. I don't think you just saying, well, we're sorry, we terminated him, thank you for bringing it to our attention. I don't think that's enough. And you, the employee that got terminated, you sitting here deleting all your stuff off the internet, that's okay, but at the end of the day, you have been painted as a white supremacist. We understand who you are, what you're about, where you're going, and we will follow and make sure, call it what it is, but at the end of the day, all of your future employment is on the table with this video. You might as well go work at McDonald's. Mr. Cakes here telling it like it is. Thank you for terminating the employee. However, I believe you, the company, should be doing absolutely a lot more publicly on your endeavors. One, to rectify this issue with the community. Two, re-represent yourself, because at this point in time, you are now 2 days old. Your former history within the community has been completely dissolved. And if you're going to say, oh, well, we did enough by terminating the employee, no, you haven't publicly spoken to the family on this. From what I've gathered, no conversation has happened. And if it has happened, correct me if I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, I believe you need to publicly make a statement in reflection of what happened publicly. I believe the owner should come forward publicly, not just on a Facebook account, not on some pre-recorded script. You need to come forward publicly and renounce any employment ties with white supremacy. Sure, you say we have a zero tolerance policy, publish the zero tolerance policy. Matter of fact, need to remodify that policy to further state, and not even further state, further act. Because at the end of the day, if this is a defaming action on your company, you need to sue them. You need to do so much more than just saying, okay, well, we terminated, thanks for bringing this to our attention. You already knew this. If it's such a small company, I'm sorry, but if I've worked for small businesses, and we all know the office asshole. So if you guys are going to sit here and say, well, are you doing more on the subject by just terminating? No, you're not. See, sorry, those are my rabbits. They're all going down the rabbit hole. We can't help ourselves. So Mr. Cakes here telling it like it is. Thank you for terminating. I would like to see your official policy changes on the subject, and I would like to see this company formally come forward and publicly apologize to the family that this action was committed to. Mr. Cakes here telling it like it is. Peace.